the Eerie Book Dispensary. It had already started snowing as we head out into the twisting streets of Erie-on-Sea, only because this is the seaside in winter. Don't go imagining a pretty snow globe flurry. The snow is like a swarm of icy bees, stinging our eyes and trying to get up our noses. "Is it always this cold?" says Violet, shouting above the wind. I shrug, though you probably can't tell because of my big coat. And it's not my coat exactly. Like Violet, I've borrowed one from lost property. All signed out and accounted for in the ledger, of course. In each coat pocket, we have a hot pebble from the stack I keep on the wood burner. "It's not far," I shout back as we start to climb up a narrow lane of steps heading deeper into the town. "Can't see if we're being followed in this weather," Violet calls, looking back. I look back too, and for a moment it seems like there is someone there. We both stop, squinting into the snow. Was that a shadow stepping back from the doorway? There are a few people around, hurrying against the wind. "Oh, it's nothing," I say, almost convincing myself. Mustn't get paranoid. But I can't stop myself from glancing up at the hotel tower, still visible over the rooftops behind us. Does Lady Kraken's camera Luna work by daylight too? We came out into the square with a bronze dolphin statue in its centre. We cross this and find ourselves standing outside a large shop window, bathed in its warm light. Something grotesque leers out at us. It's the mermonkey, looking just as ugly as the drawing on the postcard, sitting on a great peeling circus pedestal and grinning down from behind an ancient black typewriter. "It's real," says Violet. Well, I shrug. There's real and then there's really real, isn't there? The Eerie Book Dispensary. Violet reads the painted letters from the window. Then before she can say anything else, there's a ding and the door of the shop opens. A tall, handsome man with dark grey speckled hair steps out and pulls his jacket lapels up against the weather. He stops a moment as he sees us and pauses. It looks like he's about to say something, but then he just gives a small nod before striding away into the square. "Is that the owner?" says Violet. "He looks spooky." "Not exactly," I say. "That's Sebastian Eels. You've probably heard of him. He's an author and a bit of a local celebrity. A bit full of himself too, if you ask me." "You're not being rude about my customers, are you, Herbie?" says a Scottish voice I know well. A woman with tumbling red hair and a green dress is leaning out of the doorway, pulling a shawl around herself. "Sorry, Miss Haniver, we were just coming to see you," I say through I note Violet is still staring after Sebastian Eels with an odd look on her face. "Well, come and see me a bit faster then, and close the door behind you," says Miss Haviner. "It's as cold as Neptune out there." Inside the shop, a cheery fire blazes in a black marble fireplace, and we shuffle out of our borrowed coats. "So Herbie Lemon has lost something in my dispensary, and this is perhaps the girl who has lost it?" "Not exactly," I say, holding my hands to the fire. "This is Violet. Violet, meet Jenny Haniver. She owns this place." Violet says hello, but she's distracted, gazing around the shop in amazement. I remember how it feels to visit the Eerie Book Dispensary for the first time, and to see the sagging floor-to-ceiling shelves, colour-coded and stuffed with all manner of books, seemingly in no order at all. I can remember the book I got too, but that's another story. "Ah, Violet," says Jenny Hanifer, "I see that Erwin likes you." I look down, and sure enough, the dispensary's cat, Erwin, is curling himself around Violet's legs. Mrs. Haniver scoops him up, a mass of snow-white fur and 2 ice-blue eyes in her arms. A good sign. Cats can always tell. "Tell what?" says Violet, stroking the cat's head. But Mrs. Haniver just smiles. "Violet's got something to ask you," I say, because the silence is a bit awkward. Or show you, I mean. "Oh, yes." Violet reaches into her pullover and pulls out the ribbon from over her head. "This," and she hands over the mermonkey card. "So you've been here before," Jenny says, turning the card over in her hands. Violet shrugs. "Maybe. My dad's a writer, so perhaps you know him. His name is Peter Palmer." "Peter?" Jenny blinks. "Wait. Your name isn't Violet Palmer?" Violet nods. You know me?" "Know you? Well, not exactly, but I held you in my arms once when you were a baby many years ago." "You do know my parents, then?" Violet's voice raises with excitement. "And my mother, you knew my mum?" "I met her. It's not quite the same thing. Your parents consulted my mermonkey, as many do, and they went missing soon after."